What's up? It's Maddie. Today I'm showing you how I do my makeup. Just something different from the channel, something we don't really post, but I thought it'd be fun. So first we start off with a primer. This is my favorite primer. It is by Maybelline. It just makes the product really stick on my face and makes everything go on evenly. I use my fingers for this because I just think it goes in my pores better, and beauty blenders aren't the best for this part for me. So I'm just soaking it in, making sure it all gets in evenly. Don't have anything to actually use a brow brush, so I use eyeshadow. Eyeshadow goes really good for this step for me just because nothing is made in my color, so I really just outline it with the eyeshadow, blend it in, and conceal. And the concealer is good for me because my brows are not even at all, so I really like to conceal them to make them look a little bit more natural. I am using Tarte concealer over my eyelids because I do not have an eyeshadow primer. I believe this is really good for me for keeping my eyeshadow staying on longer. I just use it with a beauty blender, blend around my eyes, underneath my eyes, just to make it get that really nice white effect. Then here I am going at the Modern Renaissance with a little bit of an orange tone just to get the orangeness. I love the orange look with my eyes, so I always use this as a top just to show the orange with my eyes. Next, I am using the Maddie MUA palette and put some brown in there just to give it a little bit of a shady effect. I'm going in with a darker brown, just give it more of a shady effect in my crease, just to give it more of that depth. Going in with another light brown, just to blend over that orange, to give it more of a little look. Next, I'm taking concealer and putting it in the corner of my eyes. I don't do cut creases that well, I'm not that great at them. So I put it in the corner of my eye, just to get some golds and some nice pretty colors there, just to make it pop. Blend with my fingers on this part because beauty blenders, they make the product go way more than I like it to, so I just use that. Next, I'm taking my Roxy palette and I'm using the color called Golden Day or Golden Bright, something like that. It's a really yellowish tone, and I love the way it looks with this. That in the corner of my eyes and taking another orangish and putting it above. This palette is one of my favorites. It's so pretty. Now going in with another little bit of orange just to blend that in. Now I'm going back in with the Maddie MUA, just put some more gold on there just to really blend that yellowish and that gold out. Next, I'm going to use the Kylie Jenner palette to use a little bit more gold on the end of my eye just to make it more gold and a little more blendy. What I'm doing is taking an orangish tone and blending it underneath my eye to give it a good smoky effect. I'm going in foundation. I use two because one is a summer tone, one is a winter tone, so I mix those together to make the perfect tone for me. I use a brush and then I go in with a beauty blender just to make things more evenly and to make sure there's no little stripe marks from the brush. And as you see, I do my neck, my ears, underneath my neck, around anywhere that you can see if it does not match. This is where I would go with the beauty blenders to make sure everything is evenly distributed. Now we are doing concealer. I do two. I do a little lighter one, a little darker one, just to make sure it's not too white. I blend those in, go with my beauty blender and a brush again, just to make sure it's evenly distributed once again. I love the light, flawless look, so I don't like anything looking very odd on my face. I'll do a little bit more of concealer just to make sure the bags and the purple under my eyes is gone. Now I'm doing powder. I do powder a little bit first so everything is even, nothing looks cakey, and to make sure my bronzer goes on very evenly. I do my ears, my neck, and everything else. Next I'm going with my bronzer. I do a light orange and a dark brown just to make sure nothing's too dark. I do my cheeks, underneath my neck, and my jawline. A little bit on the nose, and then I go into powder some more just to make sure everything doesn't look too dark and make things even. I'm going in with my favorite lash primer. This stuff is so good. It makes your lashes full and beautiful, and it's just so good. Got this for $5 at Ulta. This is one of the best $5 I've spent. It is so worth it. Now I'm going in with my favorite mascara. This stuff is so good. I use it a lot when I don't use my lashes. It makes them look full and beautiful. Now, I did curl my lashes before this, so that's why they're a little more curly. And I'm also going with another mascara to make it more full. Now, what we have here is the Burger palette. I love it. It's a squishy. It has good colors in it. It is so pretty. I'm putting the orange and dragging it underneath my eye before I put my under mascara on, just to give it more of that smoky look I did before. Now I'm just using that orange to blend up top, just make everything more even. Then I'm putting another coat of yellow on from this Burger palette just to make everything come together. Then I will be taking a little bit of red, some dark browns, putting them in the corner just to give it more of a full effect once again. Also, the Burger comes in a really cute palette box. Next, I'm taking some more mascara and putting it underneath my eyes to my lower lashes to give it more of a full effect. I always do my lower lashes. Now, what I grabbed here is a little ink and quill from a Harry Potter collection. It has green in it. I just put a little bit above my eyelashes. It's like a greenish brown, so you can't really tell, but I love the way it looks and I love the way it came. Just a little more mascara to make everything come more together. Now I am using blush from this little palette I've had for ages. I dab it on my face, on my nose, on my cheeks to give myself more of a redness and not too pale. Here I realized I still had powder on my cheek. Next, I'm taking some more powder and really just going over it to make sure nothing looks weird. Everything's really blended evenly. Now to the highlighter beads. This also came with the Harry Potter collection. I love these. They are so bright. They're so beautiful. I use my highlighter brush to the top of my cheekbones, my nose, and the top of my lip and underneath just to give everything a good highlight. My mother never understands why I do highlight. I actually think it makes the look come together more and makes me look shiny, which I love the effect of highlight. It is one of my favorite things. I use too much in Guard all the time, but it was one of my favorites. Next, I'm going with just some lipstick. I was going to use a lip liner, but then I realized I had a lip liner brush, so I went in with that, and I just outlined my lips just to make them look a little more full before I put the actual product on my full lips. Next, I'm going with a little bit of this lipstick from the Harry Potter collection as well. It is really pretty. It's super nude. You can't really tell it's on, so I do put another layer of the lip liner that I had and a little bit of a light pinkish just to make everything come together more. I tell you guys, this stuff smells so good. It's delicious. But for that, I put it on the middle of my lips to give it more of a light effect. I love the way it looks. I love the way it makes my lip look fuller. And then I will go over with a little bit more of that lip liner I had and then more of that nude just to make everything not look too white. Here's that lip liner in a stick. I love this color. It's super old, but it's so pretty. And that is my look for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you all.